Is this thing on?
Can everybody hear us? I sure hope so, because we have a lot to talk about.
Welcome to our podcast, Unapologetically Mixed Up. I am Kelly, and this is
Mike.
This is not a one-size-fits-all podcast. We will be discussing multiple different topics, from mental health, marriage,
And don't forget the sports.
animals, and more. There are going to be real, raw, and emotional episodes where we show you our most vulnerable moments. Follow us and our guest on this crazy ride we call life.
And don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and our email address is unapologeticallymixedup@gmail.com. All right, everybody, we're back with another episode. Today, we're going to talk about mental health and massages, and we actually have a special guest here with us today. Her name is Megan. I guess I should have said that, Megan. So I've actually known Megan for a long time, back to our retail days.
Where at?
Discount Drug Mart saves you the runaround.
Woohoo!
And I actually, before we get into the mental health and the massages and everything, I wanted to give a story that you remember driving me home when I was very
from TGI
intoxicated.
Fridays.
Yeah, she remembers that because she told me about it.
So it was my birthday, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Was
my
it from
birthday.
Fridays or Sadie?
No, it was from Fridays.
This is Fridays. Mm-hmm. And
You had a hoopty, right?
Oh boy.
my Buick, what was it? A Buick, lacrosse maybe? Or one of those long ones.
I was going to say, I think in lacrosse.
Yeah, and this is an old beater,
With
white.
very little brakes.
It had no brakes, and she had to drive me all the way from TGI Fridays in Belden Village all the way down to the northeast side of Canton, behind the Walmarts.
Yeah.
So how
She
did
was
you
white
get
enough-
home?
One of
Sherry.
one of the other girls
Followed.
was following.
Oh.
And then she,
Okay.
well, first of all, I wasn't sure looking at his car that we were going to make it. So I definitely wanted somebody behind us that could pick us up. And
Mostly, definitely,
why?
especially if we didn't stop
yeah.
and run into somebody's house.
Why didn't you have brakes? Like,
I just don't think I went to go get them changed and got new ones.
oh my!
I was in the 20s. I was almost 30, I think.
It wasn't on his list of priorities.
Yeah,
It wasn't towards
like-
the
definitely
top.
was not on my
Yeah.
list of priorities for sure.
So, okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd just share that little story with everyone. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about. So what do you do now?
I am a licensed massage therapist. Just a little background, the difference between a massage practitioner and a massage therapist is if you, in the state of Ohio, if you are not licensed through the medical board, if you did not sit for the boards, you are not supposed to call yourself a massage therapist. You're supposed to be a massage practitioner. That's what we had to call ourselves through school. And then once we sat for the boards, if you passed the boards, you were actually licensed. So I'm licensed through the Ohio State Medical Board, same as doctors, pharmacists, nurses, STNAs, all of that. So we're kind of held, I believe, we're held to a little bit higher standard. We have, Ohio is one of the few states that actually license through a medical board. So I kind of feel that Ohio's standards are a little bit higher than some of the other states. Not all the states require a license, but Ohio is one that does.
Okay.
So
if you don't have a license, you can still give people massages?
Well, it's a little bit
How
of
does that go?
It's a gray area. When I was in school, which was 19 years ago, they were telling us they were closing that loophole. and they did not want anyone doing massage. But if you have a cosmetology license, you are allowed to do massage. But we kind of consider it the no thumbs rule. They're not allowed to do deep tissue. They're not allowed to work trigger points. They're not allowed to do things like that. They're just supposed to be giving a relaxation massage, what we in the industry call a fluff and buff. It's just basically, just everything relaxation. We're not really working any muscles, anything like that.
So is that like those hidden parlors?
Well, that's why they were supposed to be closing the loophole, was because of all those.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then the loophole didn't get closed. And I will tell you, when they raided one of the places, I was able to get a new massage table at the time because they took everything out of there. Oh. And then they put it on their websites for auction. And so I was able to get a table years ago when they closed down one of those places. Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
They spared no expense in those places. It was a very nice table.
Oh, yeah, because, you could get a midnight massage.
Absolutely. So, but I've upgraded since then because now they have them with, my tables actually don't even have, the base is not wood anymore. It's airplane aluminum, and it has like a trampoline material that holds it. So it has a static weight of like 1,500.
So can I jump up and down on your table?
You probably could, but I wouldn't recommend it. I do carry insurance, but I might have to word the insurance a little bit differently when we go to claim that.
Like, why are you claiming this?
Right.
Oh, my patient was just jumping up and down on the table.
She was so excited for her massage that, she got carried away. But yeah, so that's, I actually, where my office is in North Canton, there is another massage practitioner in there who is legit. She's been doing it for years. She just did not sit for the boards. So you can go through school and not sit for the boards and have knowledge, so it doesn't mean just anybody just hung a little shingle out there and said, hey, I'm doing massages.
But you go through all that schooling. Just get licensed.
Right.
I never knew there was a difference.
I never knew that either, but now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, now some states will have a CMT, a certified massage therapist. So they didn't have a board, but if they passed whatever their schooling recommended, at the end, if they passed their finals or whatever, then they are a certified massage therapist. So I think South Carolina does that because I looked at one time of moving to Myrtle Beach, and I think theirs is CMT.
Let's do it because then, that chiropractor I had down in Myrtle Beach. Oh, God, he was just like a wee man, and he was a gift from heaven. If I had him and you, plus we love Myrtle, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm all for it.
I'm going in August, so I'll check it out a little bit.
Yes.
Check into it more.
Yes, check. Go ahead and take some tours of houses.
Right.
And me and Mike are coming down a month later. We'll find our house.
Yes. So how long have you been doing massage?
19 years.
19 years.
19 years.
What types of different massages do you offer? Like, do you do Reiki, stone, deep tissue, soft tissue?
I don't do deep tissue. I have some really good friends and other massage therapists who do that, and I usually refer that out.
So what do you do with me then?
It's what I would consider, it's like spot treatment deep tissue. I don't do an all over deep tissue.
Like trigger point?
Right.
Okay.
And I do a firm massage, firm pressure. Sometimes what I found is people think they want a deep tissue because they hear that and they're like, oh yeah, I want a deep tissue. And then they get a deep tissue, and what happens is they get what we call the massage flu. So they feel like crap for 3 days after, like they have the flu, body aches and everything like that. Now, some people like that. I'm not going to say anything about that. Some people like that. They don't feel they got an actual massage unless they feel like that.
Well, how many times have I said that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I got a massage every single time from you because
Right.
I'm not like in excruciating pain, but I can feel it.
Right.
But the benefits are fantastic.
And I have people that come in with fibromyalgia, and sometimes people with fibro, you can barely touch them. I mean, it's literally just rubbing lotion on them just to get that circulation going.
Jesus.
But then other people, and the majority of the fibro patients I work on, they want you to work like, they get kind of what I would call like fibro bumps, and you can feel where they're having issues with their fibro, and you work that area a little bit harder, a little bit more firm, and they kind of feel bad, a day or two after that, but then they'll tell me I felt great for like 2 weeks. So it holds them over. I do a lot of Swedish, which is more of a relaxation. It's less working on tiny little areas. It's more of like a gliding,
Is that what he gets?
massage. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You get the Swedish.
Yeah.
Get the Swedish.
I get the trigger point.
I mean, I do work on some muscles when we do your massage, some very tight, you'll have some tight areas up in your shoulders and stuff like that. I do hot stone. Some people like that, some people don't. And everybody does hot stone differently. And I will just kind of throw this out there. People have a misconception of hot stone. It is not like the pictures where the stones are laying on you, unless they're cold. If you've got bare skin and you're placing stones, just laying them on there on people's skin, you're probably going to burn them, and then you're going to lose your license. So it's not the way to do it. I don't normally let the stones sit on people. Some people put a towel down, put the stones in that, wrap that up, put it on them. I prefer to just hold them in my hands, and I do a regular massage, but I have the hot stones in my hands. I also test my stones. I have a thermometer inside it looks like a big turkey baster. Or turkey roast or whatever. I have a thermometer in there to keep it at a good temperature, but I also take mine out, let them cool a little bit. If I can't hold it in my hands or put it on the inside of my wrist or the inside of my elbow where you have very, very thin skin, I'm definitely not putting it on my client. I would rather err on the side of caution a little bit more than take a chance that you're going to burn someone.
Right.
That makes sense, yeah.
You get blisters.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got a big problem.
Yeah. Really.
I also do reflexology. I took classes through Claire Marie Miller, her seminars. I took them from one of her certified teachers down in Cincinnati. And I mostly just work on the feet. I can do the hands, but mostly I just do it on the feet. I do not do the ears. The ears is a little bit more specialized, and usually you'll find people that do acupuncture are the ones who do ear reflexology, because it's such a small area that you have to use like a little stylus to hit all the spots. So I found I do offer, it's a massage, and I finish with reflexology, and a lot of people seem to like that.
Okay. Do you do any Reiki or anything?
I do. I am a level 1. I'm attuned to 1, but I don't seem to do a lot of it. I actually do a lot more of it on my pets at home and myself than I do in practice. Probably because the office where I do most of my stuff, everybody there is a higher level and does a lot more of it. So I do it on myself. That's basically where I really started with it, was helping myself along. It helps me with concentration and with focus. And then, like I said, I do it on myself, or I'll do it in my space. I do have a few clients who come, and I do a little bit incorporated into their massage, but I don't do a lot of it.
Okay.
How many levels are there?
2 and then master. I think it's 2 and then you go to master.
Like Master Splinter. Oh, thank you, Harrison. Yes, we needed the light.
We
to be
needed
brighter.
that light to come on.
Yeah.
Master. And the light came on. There's a longer time frame between level 2, the second attunement, and master. And I forget how long it is. I want to say it's 6 months or longer or something. that you have to do a lot of training before you get up to that level. So,
Okay.
but I just felt that level 1 was good for me because it was what I was looking for. And it was more for me than it was to do it on other people. So, which goes into that whole mental health thing that a lot of the massage, part of the reason I got into massage, some of it was because I actually fell down steps. I tried to catch myself. I got my arm caught on the banister going down, yanked my arm, didn't break anything, didn't tear anything, but
Lucky.
boy, did it hurt.
I bet.
And I didn't know what to do for it. And one of my friends said, hey, I have this friend going through massage therapy school, and she needs, so many hours of practice. And do you want to be a candidate? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I did. I realized the benefit at that time. And then the more I started looking into it, I was always interested in things that are alternative medicine. I've never been a huge medicine fan. And the more I looked into it, the more I thought, I really like this. And I got into it and liked it even more. And just, I could kick myself for not doing it sooner in life. But really, just in the 19 years that I've been involved with it, things have changed so much. With what we're allowed to do, what we couldn't do, what they've learned, different modalities have come out. They're working on people with scar tissue. There's a certification for a particular technique where that's literally all they do is work on scar tissue.
And so, not to interrupt you, I didn't even know that was a thing. So when I had that carpal tunnel surgery, I probably, did too much activity afterwards.
Well, that's shocking.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Surprise. But I developed this bump thing here. So I Googled it and people were talking about that. Massaging it out where your scar is anywhere, like if it's a fresh one, and it helps to loosen up all that stuff there. And so it'll go back down.
Yep.
So I've been doing it.
They'll say that a lot with knee replacements. I have a client that comes in and literally I spend probably half the time working on her knees, working on the scars.
Oh, wow.
Just because she feels they're so tight and, wants to loosen up everything underneath it. I mean, if you think, you get a cut and when it's drying, oh my gosh, it's pulling all the skin around it. So if you think about what a scar's doing underneath, what you can see too. And so there's just so much more. But then the more that I got into it, for me, I felt that it helped me with my mental health because it gives me a focus. When I get ready to start a massage, even if it's, I'm massaging Kelly and, we're chatting the whole time. Before I start, I have to clear my mind and focus on Kelly. So I'm not thinking about, oh my gosh, I forgot to clean the litter box at home. Oh, and I've got to run and, to the grocery store on the way home. And darn it, I didn't get gas on the way here. I can't think about those things and actually do a good massage on someone.
That makes total sense. I do that with my clients. I check my shit at the door, go in that house and just do my thing.
Yeah, I have to clear all that out.
Yeah.
Or I can't focus. And I think if a person is in tune to themselves, they can tell if the person massaging them is actually present or not.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do a massage on autopilot. Okay. There's, I don't want to say routines, but there is a basic routine that you're going to try and follow if somebody wants a full body. We normally start at the top of the body and we go, down to the feet and then you turn them over and you work on their back. So I hate to say routine because it's not a routine because it's different for everybody, but you can do that on autopilot. But I feel that you really need to be present. And so for me, it keeps me focused, and I'm not worrying about all the strife or anything going on in my life because right now my focus is my client in front of me and what can I do to help them.
Help them. Yep. So, which kind of massage do you think you do the most? If you have to think about it.
Probably a combination. And I check with all my clients when they come in, because it could be something different this week. So each week that they come in, or, each month or whatever, what are we working on today? Maybe it's not the same stuff that we always work on, or maybe it's the same stuff each time. But I find that most people carry their burdens in their shoulders and their neck, whether
Amen.
it's physical,
Most stress, yeah.
physical from working on a computer, looking down at stuff at a machine or whatever, or whether it's mental. They've got a lot going on in their life. They've got a lot of troubles. They have a lot of things that are weighing heavily on them. So I tend to do a little bit more. That seems to be more pressure. People say more pressure in my neck and shoulders, or, I slept wrong or something, or I'm sleeping crappy because of everything going on. And then the rest of it is they want to relax. I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of friends who do different kinds of massage. So if somebody calls me up and says, oh my gosh, I want a deep tissue massage, I can say to them, I want you to have the best massage possible. I want you to have exactly what you want. Here are the names of people that do a pull your muscle off the bone massage.
No way.
That's
No.
not me. That is not me. I am not that person.
Sounds like you're bruised for days.
And I think that's where somewhere along the line, and some of this is mental health based, that I grew up without really a lot of grandparents. I had one grandparent that was, I was fortunate that she lived with us. She had early onset Alzheimer's, but in the 70s, nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
So we didn't know. So I really didn't have the grandparent experience, and a job, a position, whatever you want to call it, fell into my lap. There was a massage therapist that was retiring that did nursing home massages. And it was, she had a specific price, and she did not want the price changed, and no one would do it for that little. And she was a friend of a friend of a friend, and I got word, and I took it over. I did a lot of nursing home massages for many years. Did little half-hour massages, which ended up being hours that I would spend with the person because they became my adopted grandparent.
Aw.
So I always wondered how you got into the nursing homes, but never asked.
There you go.
But yeah, so
And-
you had like multiple grandmas and grandpas.
Absolutely. I mean, I took some to doctor visits. I took some,
I do, yeah.
to different visits like that. And not only some of them had children who lived out of state, but also just because I had a little bit easier schedule because I had already planned on being there for them. So it was easy to run them somewhere. And I'm not saying that they just needed a super light touch, but you also had to know how to massage elderly people. They have different skin issues, they have different medications. So I took certification in geriatric massage to be able to do that. So I was never afraid walking in. I have a client actually now that comes that's 97 years old. She comes every other week, gets on my table, and she's not a fluff and buff kind of gal.
That's going to be me.
She wants a massage, even at 97. And, so I've never been worried about that. I had a client who who called me up, and she has an ostomy bag. I think that's how you say it. And
Yeah.
so I hurried up and did all this research, before she came. And oh my gosh, I was all prepared. And she came in, and I couldn't even tell she had her bag on, because she had I expressed it or done something.
She burped it.
And it was taped to her. I never saw it. And so I told her all these things. I said, well, do you need the pillows? And do you need this and that? And she said, I think you kind of know more about this than I do. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I didn't know what to expect. And so I've had clients who have come with very unique things. I've had clients come in with ports. because they're in active chemo or they've just finished chemo. And they have to wait until they get their all clear before they take the port out. So I've, done classes on that, how to work around a port. So I've had all kinds of, I've had people come in that had been burned. And they called to make sure that I could handle massaging that. And I'm fascinated by the things that we can do nowadays for people. And
sure.
so absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, absolutely come in. I've massaged people when they've had a limb removed, and they're waiting to get their prosthetic and they have to toughen up
The stump area.
the stump area, and I've massaged that. Honestly, the only thing in my entire life that would gross me out, that does gross me out, is my cat's horking. So there's nothing with massage. There is
Nothing.
nothing with massage that I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't massage that person.
So, with you saying that, what is one of your grossest massages you've ever done on someone? Like, whether it be the person, the situation, or all of it. Where it was just like super foul.
Well, I was doing a massage and it had nothing to do with the person. I was doing a massage at an Amish home, and this was an addition to their home. Because the Amish are very wonderful people in the sense that they definitely take care of their elders, and this was apparently an add-on suite for grandma or great-grandma or somebody, and it opened literally right to the back of the barn.
Jeez.
And it was the middle of
Manure.
summer,
No.
and we're talking no air. Now they're not old order, but they're not super contemporary. They don't have solar or anything, and so it's warm. It's warm. And so they open all the windows on that side, and I'm literally looking at horse butts, and all I can smell is horse poo, which I'm accustomed to down there. They do call
Oh,
it
yeah.
the smell of money. That's what they say it is. It's the
Really?
smell of money. Yes.
And they are.
Yeah. There's some money down there.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the flies from the poo are coming in and out of the window because there's no
Yep.
screens. It's just open.
They have no
And-
screens?
No.
No. Oh. No screens.
So they just open the window.
They just opened the
Yeah.
window, and it was so overwhelmingly hot in there, and the smell of the horse poo. I was having a hard time with my focus,
Yeah.
and it was not bothering them a bit. And
they're
flies
used
are
to it.
landing
Yeah.
on my face, and I'm thinking they were just on poo, and now they're on my face.
Now you got
and
poo on your face.
so that was definitely one of my least favorite experiences.
That's disgusting. That makes me want to just skin myself right now.
Yeah.
Because that makes me feel so. Ugh.
I also go to cabins and resorts down in Amish country, Millersburg, Berlin area. And I was actually in a cottage doing a massage. We were doing a couples massage. It wasn't winter time, it was fall. So they've got the fireplace going. Okay, we've got the fireplace going. It's a gas fireplace. And it starts getting warmer and warmer in there. And I'm looking at the person, the other therapist, and he has got the towel wrapped around his head because it's so hot. I'm starting to sweat too. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And we look over, and literally the TV that is on the mantle above the fireplace has now warped. The bottom of the TV warped
Oh my-
because it was so hot in that room.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
my lotion became liquid. It was so hot.
Oh my God. No, I couldn't do that either.
It was
You would die.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be deceased right on the
Oh,
table.
absolutely. That's why I always hated getting massages after you, because you tried to kill her. Oh, put the bed heater on. Give me the heated blanket, honey.
I have a fan in my
I like it
office
hot.
strictly for Kelly. It's Kelly's fan.
Yes.
Absolutely. Throw some ice on the fucking table. Just let me lay down on that shit.
I will tell you that when couples have spent the day at the wineries down there and then we're doing a massage, that alcohol comes through the pores.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
then the
bet.
whole
I
room
sweat, yeah.
starts smelling like a
Like
brewery.
wine.
Yes, yes. There was we'll just say somebody that used to visit somebody that I know, and she was a heavy, heavy alcoholic, and it would come through her pores, and she would just stink up the whole entire room, and it was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. She was a whore, though. Like, legit, she was a whore.
Well,
So you're talking about Amish. How did you get into doing massage for the Amish?
Yeah.
When I was graduating school, when I was getting ready to graduate from massage school, there was someone that was in charge of massages at, I forget, probably 20 different resorts and bed and breakfasts and things down there, and was hiring, and did a little hiring event at Stark State, which is where I graduated from. And so I started doing them at these resorts, at the Carlisle Inns, at a couple different bed and breakfasts, different places. And then I started running into other people down there that actually did massage down there. They had an office down there, and they had clients. And so I got some clients that way. I covered for them. Maybe they were sick or whatever, and I covered their massage. And then it just got to be where I still do some resorts and some of the bed and breakfasts, not a lot. But I have an office down there, and so I have Amish and non-Amish clients down there. So
And then where are your other... Do you have an office down there still?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you have one in Canal Fulton and North Canton.
Right. In North Canton, I'm in an office building, but I have my own office in there that I don't share with anyone. And then down in Canal Fulton, we have one big office, and then we each have our own individual office in there. And I'm in there right now with two other massage therapists. One, it's Sapphire Lotus. She's won Beacon's Best of the Best a couple years. She is a pull your muscle off the bone massage therapist. She's awesome with like sports massage and stuff. She works out a lot, so she knows gym injuries. So I refer people to her that, have an injury like that. She also does cupping. So we really kind of complement each other. I have some of her clients come to me, they go to her for their deep tissue, pull your muscle off the bone massage. And then once a month they come to me for, for a hot stone relaxing massage.
Is it literally pull the muscle off the bone? Like that legit happens? Or it feels like it?
I would imagine that she probably could.
I feel like you've already done that to me, though, when you, flip whatever, the muscles and stuff, and I can feel it, and it's crunchy.
Up on your shoulder blade, yeah.
I don't... Ugh. But it feels better after you do it.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. It's just like the feeling, like that internal feeling. It gets my sensory issues all like...
Right. Well, and people that have never had a massage, I try and explain to them when they feel some crunching, because you can hear that when you're going over a knot. You hear that crunching in your head. And, I try and explain to them that those are normal sounds. That's a knot. Those are fibers bound up. We're either rubbing it across a bony landmark, such as a scapula or something, to try and break up those fibers to get it to release. But massage is just so good. It's good for people, like I said, with the clients that go see Brittany, they're getting that deep tissue. That's what they want and they need for their body. But then they also need that quiet time. They need that relaxation. They need that, just come in and just kind of gel. And if you fall asleep, I don't take that as an insult. I actually take that as a big compliment. If I can get you to fall asleep on my table, you're in a stranger's office, at some stage of undress. Some people don't undress completely. Some people undress a little bit. You are covered at all times. If I can get you to relax enough that you fall asleep in my office, I feel that I've done my job.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who falls asleep more between us two?
Mike.
Yeah.
Me? Really?
Yeah.
I would think her.
No. I talked to her almost the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Well, I've been talking to you.
Yes,
most of
yes,
the
you
time
have.
now.
You
I've
haven't.
been-
You haven't slept as much, but
I think the only time I do is when I'm on my stomach.
Yes.
I got my head between that.
and then the talking gets less and less
Yeah.
and less, and
That has happened
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
If I'm super tired.
And I catch myself snoring. I'm like, oh, I don't want to snore. I don't want to snore in front of her.
Have you ever caught yourself snoring out of the other end?
No. Maybe
ahead.
once or twice.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
and you know what?
I've
and,
never farted.
And it happens a lot more frequently. People are always, embarrassed about it, but it honestly happens a lot because, again, you're relaxing. So
Yeah.
what you're doing is your whole body is relaxing, and the majority of the time it happens when people are either in the process of rolling over onto their stomach from their back, or as they've laid on their stomach and they're almost asleep, or they are asleep.
Have you ever had someone fart a nasty, nasty fart that you wanted to like throw up? Where it like stunk the whole office up?
No, but I did have somebody who did when I was working on the back of their leg, so I just chose to work on their back a little longer. I just kind of moved back up a little bit. Kind of like the male thing, you
Yeah.
know, the male thing. It happens with males, they're not doing it because of anything sexual or anything like that. It just can happen. And if a massage therapist is worth her weight in gold, there are so many things you can do. You can put an extra blanket on at that time, or you can switch the area you're working on. Maybe you're working on the inside of the calf, and there's a lot of nerves there. You can switch to the foot and actually hit a pressure point or something like that.
I remember you telling me this.
And it will change the whole tone of the thing.
Yeah. Now, have you ever had a male or female person you've been massaging, like try to move the towel or not the towel, the sheet or the blanket?
So I just had somebody
Yes.
last year, and I was embarrassed for him. Ugh. I literally have him in my phone as ew. so that if he texts me again, I will know that it's him. He's the first person that I've had other people through the years, not very many, that have made a comment that was kind of suggestive, or like when they're turning over the sheet accidentally falls away. Ugh. And it's like, oh my God, you think you're the first person that tried that, and then you just cover them up and go on.
Right.
But this person was just ew. There was some inappropriate stuff happening when I finally noticed it, because I wasn't paying attention to that area of the body. I gave him the benefit of the doubt one time. I know guys adjust a lot. Okay. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but I wanted him to know I was aware of it. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. If you need to adjust, that's fine. Go ahead and adjust, and then we'll continue with the massage. Because I wanted him to know, dude, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Come on. This is a legit massage, you know.
Not a midnight parlor.
Right. We're not going back to, there was one at Belden. I can't remember the name of it back in the day.
Massage Envy?
No.
Was it before?
Yeah. It was one of those, touchy-feely places, but it was back in the 80s. It was over by Rick's Ranch, where I remember when they raided it, because I worked at the mall. But
That's fantastic.
but anyway, so I just said to this guy, hey, go ahead and adjust yourself. And so nothing happened after that for a little bit. And then when he turned over on his stomach, I realized that he did not have his hands at his side. I realized where they were, and I just said, okay, we're done. We're finished. I'm going to step out of the room. You need to get up, get dressed, and goodbye. This is it. And he didn't understand what was going on. I said, I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own, and you need to get out. And I stepped out, and he tried to pretend he didn't know what I was mad about, but yeah. And then I immediately informed the other person who is in the same building who does massage, hey, just a heads up, just be careful of, people that may be coming in here with the wrong idea.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure
And
there's probably a lot.
right now, because of HIPAA, throwing this out, I can't say who it was.
Right.
I
yeah.
couldn't say to her, hey, John
So-so.
Smith came
Yeah.
in and got a massage and did this. But I just said, just a heads up, if you're getting any new clients, I had a client that I just had to ask to leave for inappropriate behavior.
People are so fucking foul.
So, well, I was just shocked. I was embarrassed for him because I'm like, dude, you're like in your 50s, and if I had been a brand new therapist and I had been young, I might have been intimidated.
Oh, sure.
Unfortunately for him, I've been doing this for 19 years, and I'm also old, so it wasn't
Been around the block a few
yeah,
times.
it wasn't going to fly. I'm like, oh, gross, dude, come on, you got to get out.
Yes.
We're not
Yes.
doing that. So
Have you ever had women do that?
I haven't. I've
Good.
had some really, really drunk women when we've been down at resorts in Amish country. Oh gosh, I've had them where they're like throwing pillows at each other during the massage because like it might be a girls' weekend and there's a couple of us doing massage.
Pillow
and,
fight.
Yeah, and they're like getting up and throwing pillows, and they are just loud and rambunctious. But yeah, no, I haven't had any who have acted inappropriately. I will tell you the weirdest thing though, now this has happened a couple times, everybody in their TikTok and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I have been filmed so many times doing a massage by the people getting the massage.
The whole time? Or just like a short clip?
A bunch of little clips. The last one I did was the wife was getting the massage, and she had the husband doing little snippets while I was massaging her.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was awkward at first to me because I'm like, I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind because my massage is legit. I'm legit. So,
Right.
But it was just awkward
It's still
to me
weird.
that all of a sudden I look up and there's a guy with a camera like 2 feet from me, and he's
Yeah.
watching me massage her.
That's uncomfortable.
They should ask you for your permission to do
Well,
that.
I
think.
I've had one person that asked if it was okay, and they
Yeah.
actually took a picture. They did not do a little video snippet thing. They just did pictures. Hey, can we take a picture of you, now that I'm on the table or whatever. And I've had people who were like, take a picture, and we're both the massage therapist standing next to the table, and we're getting ready to start the massage. And, they take the picture.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, this is how we're celebrating our anniversary, or, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the little TikTok things are kind of weird. And,
That's so creepy.
Because
Because I look hit. I look like I got hit by a fucking semi-truck when I leave you. Like, I'm not putting that on social media.
I mean, these are, it's kind of, or they'll be like, wait, don't finish on my back yet. He's going to do, a picture from this angle. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess. I mean, it's
Did they ever send you the video?
No. And I've tried to find them. You type in massage and stuff on TikTok, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
thousands of them come up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
So, but yeah, so that's been kind of awkward.
That is very awkward.
I did have one where the husband surprised the wife, and she opened the door, and we said, surprise, you're getting a massage. And she literally slammed the door in our face. And we were left standing on the outside of the cabin, like, okay, now what do we do?
Yeah.
And we stood there. And finally the husband opened the door, and he's like, do you guys mind waiting just a little bit? She hadn't shaved her legs. And so, she's in the shower shaving her legs.
Oh my God.
That's fantastic.
So I will throw this out there. No one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares if you have not shaved your legs. We don't care.
Right.
Because if you think about it, we're massaging men with hairy legs. We're massaging women who maybe because of their religious beliefs don't shave. Or maybe they're just like, hey, it's wintertime. I don't care. I'm not shaving.
Right.
Or that's just not a part of their everyday life. We don't care. But yeah, she literally slammed the door. And I had a guy we did a couples massage, and I think the wife, this was very poor planning. She planned it during a Ohio State football game, and her husband is a huge fan, and he was so pissed, and they couldn't get their money back.
Right.
Because it was a surprise to him, so it was out of the time frame of getting your money back.
Yeah.
So literally, I had to set my table up. The girl was a little intimidated. The other girl I was working with, little newer therapist, a little bit younger. She was a little intimidated. I am not. I just don't care, and I can roll with all the punches, whatever.
Yeah.
I set my table up so it was looking right at the TV. He got on his stomach, and I literally massaged his back and the back of his legs for an entire hour so he did not miss anything of his game.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be me.
Oh, he was pissed. I mean, dude was angry.
Did he at least enjoy the massage, though?
I don't know. He was angry the whole time. He was just literally angry the whole time. Never said a word to me.
Grumble,
What a
grumble.
douche
Yeah,
canoe.
he was angry. So yeah, if you're going to do couples massages, you need to be aware of something that might affect the other person.
Yeah.
I've had people who have bought gift certificates for other people, and that person isn't a massage person. They don't get massage. Not everybody likes massage.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't. They're still thinking that it's the, hoochie massage.
Midnight.
Yeah, the midnight massage. They still think that, and but so they don't understand all the benefits from it, and everything. But when I sell a gift certificate to someone, if they give it to someone and that person is not interested in getting a massage, the person who bought it can use it, or they can gift it to someone else without the first person knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like they have to go back to that person and be like, "Oh, we'll give it back. Give me the gift certificate back if you're not going to use it." They don't have to do that. So they can just say, "Hey, Betty doesn't like massage." And, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You don't have to get the gift certificate back from them. Just go tell, Sarah. And Sarah can come, and I just mark it down.
Right.
I'm pretty liberal with that because not everybody wants to do a massage.
Right. Why do you keep staring at me?
Because I did that for you.
Oh, yeah. I was terrified. How long did I put that off? Like 6 months?
Probably.
And then I finally just said, fuck it, because he kept yelling at me, like, to do it, like, to schedule it. And I was terrified. I was fucking terrified. And I don't even know why. I mean, I didn't give a shit about taking my clothes off because I'd rather be nude than having clothes on 24/7 at home, outside,
Outside, even. Yeah.
But it was just, I think it was that sensory thing, having someone touch me
Yeah.
and just rub me all down.
And there are a lot of people who are like that.
But it was amazing. And obviously I come to you on the regular, so.
Yay. I won
Yeah.
you over.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
I was hooked after that.
But that's
You're welcome.
And what people need to realize also is that it's your massage. If you only want your upper body done, that's fine.
That's what you do for me.
Yeah. Maybe somebody comes in and they're like, "Do not touch my feet." That's one of the first questions I
yeah.
ask people. How about your face and how about your feet? Those are the two areas that people are just like, oh my gosh, don't touch my face, don't touch my feet. I've had requests like, don't touch my collarbones. It was very hard to do the neck and the shoulders and being so careful as to not touch the collarbone. I don't know what it was, but that was just their thing. And
Maybe they get turned on.
I don't know.
Is the collarbone like a...
I mean, I could
Sexy
see if
time
maybe
spot?
it was broken and then it was, I never thought about a turn on, but the person was very specific. Don't
Was it a
touch-
man?
No.
It was a woman?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Could be.
I have people who, are very specific about, don't do my lower back or don't do my hips.
Yeah.
Or probably one of the few times, okay, these are funny stories. So when we're doing couples massages, you keep an eye on the other person, and it's really nice that I've worked with the majority of the people down in Amish country for years.
Right.
So I know where they are in their massage. So I can gauge, oh gosh, I'm kind of falling behind, or, or I'm a little bit ahead of time. And we're doing different things. Maybe their client just wants upper body, so I can't base it on that. So we do a lot of eye signals, and we do a lot of, like flash of 5, 5 more minutes till the massage is over, so we can stop at the same time, so it's not awkward. Or, maybe I can't see the clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much more time? And, they're like 15 minutes or whatever. So we do a lot of that. And there's actually a really funny meme with Mr. Bean, if you guys remember him.
Yes.
And it's like my look when the other massage therapist is not finishing on time. And that's so. And a lot of times we're going from massage to massage to massage. So we have to stay on a schedule. And we also need to end at the same time. It's a couples massage. You want them to we're going to leave and go in the restroom and give them their space to get up off the table. So I look over one time, and the other massage therapist, whatever her person on her table had on perfume-wise, was making her nose run. And I look over, and she literally had Kleenex shoved up both nostrils. I literally laughed out loud. I have to say, I laughed out loud.
That's
fantastic. And I had to apologize to the client because that was, oh my gosh. That was good. And then there was another one. We're doing this massage, and we're in this little complex of cabins. And this car alarm is going off. And we're like, oh my God, somebody go shut your car alarm off.
Right.
Because we've got our music playing and, it's relaxing. We're like, oh my God. And finally, as I'm working my way around the table, I get over by a window and I look out, and it's my car.
You're that person.
I am that person. I had my keys in my pocket, and I must have leaned in and set my alarm off. And it was me. So I nonchalantly turned my car alarm off. And then I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness somebody got their car alarm finally. And my client was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like,
fucking
took them
asshole.
forever.
That's great. That is fantastic.
So, but I recommend massage for everybody, whether it's for a physical ailment, whether it's for, you just need that time. Some people don't get me time.
Correct.
And we all need me time.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to go in and get a massage, you don't have to talk to your therapist. And if you want it quiet and your therapist keeps talking, either ask your therapist to not talk or find a therapist who doesn't.
Yeah.
I always tell my clients, if you want to talk, I will talk. If you don't want to talk, I won't talk. That's fine.
Right.
I'm perfectly okay either way. It is your massage. It's not my massage. There could be things I feel, hey, maybe your shoulder needs worked on more than that, but you want your back done more, or I feel like, well, you've been standing on your feet. We really should work on your feet. And you're like, absolutely don't touch my feet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. It's your massage.
Yeah.
So your therapist should listen to you, and it should be an experience for you to, almost like a meditation.
Yes.
They should have some good music playing, although music is subjective. I do have a client who brings his own CDs. I have a CD player in my office in Canal Fulton, and he brings his own music. He brings things like Dio, Metallica.
Oh, is that the guy, the heavy metal guy that has you blare it?
Yes.
Like you're in a concert?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
I have to schedule him at a time when no one else is in our office building, and we play heavy metal music, and for him that works.
I could not. There's no way.
It's not relaxing to me, but it's not my massage.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's his massage.
Mike, I'm surprised you haven't made her play Phantom of the Opera.
That'd be awesome.
Love her. Don't fucking do that to her.
I did a
I
massage.
don't have a CD.
Good.
I did a
Well, I do
massage
somewhere probably.
to Braveheart. Isn't that the one where Mel Gibson paints his face?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Braveheart,
I've never seen it, but the soundtrack for that, someone brought that in, and I massaged to the soundtrack for that.
Interesting.
Hey, I'm
Mike's
open.
got an idea now. He's like, interesting. I'm going to get on Amazon and order that CD.
I've massaged to country. I've massaged to rap.
Yes.
I've massaged to. I have massaged to extreme rap, where every other word is stuff that I don't even say when I stub my toe.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, how is this relaxing? But again, not my massage.
That's
And-
hysterical.
And in those instances, that's when I really have to clear my mind and literally make my focus only that person.
Right.
Yeah.
And where I'll imagine the muscles in my head. Where is the origin of that muscle? Where's the insertion? How can I make that muscle relax? Or maybe they just literally want just a relaxing time. They're there with their, their significant other. They're enjoying their maybe they're away from their 5 kids for the
Yeah.
first time.
Right.
Maybe they're away from, their jobs. Maybe I know a lot of people who are tax people that once tax season is over, they will, get a massage because that's them time then.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think it's great for mental health. I know it definitely helps my mental health. It keeps me very focused. It keeps me even. And it just really helps me. And I've met such really neat people. There are very few massage therapists that I've met that are shallow people.
Right.
Most of the ones at least the ones I know, are very deep people and are very much into not only as a caring person, because I tend to do that in everything in my life, whether it's caretaking for a family member, for, a bazillion animals, for,
Right.
Whatever. That's my job. I'm a caretaker, caregiver, caretaker, whatever. And so that's why massage works so well for me, because it gives me that opportunity to help people, but it also helps me.
Right. I know it helps me when I come to you. I feel more relaxed.
Yes.
Because when I come to you when I feel like cement. Because I hold all my stress in my head, my upper shoulders and upper back area. Always have, always will. And when you release all of that, it like, I don't know, I just feel like $1,000,000.
Well, and also it's a good release for people if they want to talk about things, because there are HIPAA regulations. I am not allowed to repeat what is said in the massage unless I'm given permission by the person in there. I can't even say who it was.
Right.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
people tell me all kinds of things. There are lots of things that people tell me. Boy, could I write a book.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
And also when you're working on people and you're releasing their muscles, some of those knots are emotional knots.
I was going to ask, has anyone just started bawling hysterically?
Yes.
Stop
Yes.
it. What do you do?
I just continue with the massage. I continue if they need some comfort. If they need me to stop for a minute, I will. Most of the time they won't. They'll just keep, bawling or whatever. I have Kleenex in there for them. I just quietly ask them if they want me to stay, or, if they need a moment for themselves, or if they want me to continue.
Right.
But I encourage them to let it out, because it's obviously something that needed to come out.
Yeah. I would be so awkward. I'm awkward anyways when people cry. I'm like, oh.
Here's some water for you.
Here's some water.
Every time Mike cries, I'm like, do you want a drink of water? Are you thirsty? What do you want me to do? Do you want a hug? Because I just don't know. I didn't grow up in that type of household.
Yeah.
We didn't cry. There was no emotion.
Yeah.
But that has definitely changed for me in the last. Oh shit! I'm so sorry I knocked you
Knocking
over.
stuff over. So basically, what she's saying with HIPAA, what stays in the massage room stays in the massage room, like Vegas.
Yes.
You're so happy that you just came up with that.
I was getting ready to say it.
Stays in the massage room. Stays in the massage room. I can't with you, Megan. Who do you like to massage better, me or Mike?
Oh, I'll put you on the spot.
It's going to be me, bitch. You're welcome. I answered for you.
She's been massaging me longer.
She's known me shorter, but I bring more joy to her. She laughs more with me because she enjoys the stories I tell her about how I harassed you. You're welcome.
Yeah, fair. She also put a monkey mask on and ate some Cheetos and sent it to me.
Fuck, yes. We still have that. That needs to be in this clip. That needs to be in the teaser after, like, you know, how you do your little teasers and then just go to me wearing that mask, eating the nacho Doritos.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah. That was the Chewbacca one, though.
yeah, that's what it was.
Around here somewhere.
It's, I think it's in there. It's got to be in there.
Playing on my phobia of orange powdered cheese.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Fantastic.
Next time I make boxed macaroni and cheese, I'm going to just put a little bit of cheese on my tongue and take a picture and send it to you.
That commercial where Chester Cheetah's in the office and they open the bag and it's
Yeah,
the
it goes-
glass office and it just covers the office. Yeah. That just makes
These
me
are
cry.
nightmares.
Yeah.
This is a fat moment. Whenever I eat like cheese curls or cheese popcorn, I love when I'm done gorging myself, I lick my fingers and it is the best thing ever. That's fat.
I run from small children. That's why I never allowed my son or his buddies to have like cheese curls or anything in the house. I run from children that have orange powdered fingers.
I'd run to them.
Ew.
And then lick their fingers.
Maybe not, because, you know, they're kids. That's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
So how did you get that phobia of powdered cheese?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did someone throw like a whole container of powdered cheese at you when you were little and like throw you down the ground?
I don't, if I did, my brain helped me and blocked it. I don't know. I worked in food service for years, so I don't have a phobia of like touching foods except for orange powdered cheese. Something about it. Like we always make Velveeta, because it's not powdered.
It's the best.
And
No.
even I get a little weird with powdered sugar, like with donuts and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'll eat them, but I eat them with a fork. Like I'll cut it into pieces and eat it with a fork.
I will do the same.
But I do not eat orange powdered cheese at all, ever.
Reminds
No.
me of Seinfeld when George Costanza ate the Snickers bar with a fork and knife.
Only you would know that because that was the stupidest show ever.
Why did he eat it? Why did he eat a Snickers bar like that?
I think everybody else was, and then he wanted to do it too, and everybody else just stared at him like, what the hell are you doing?
Kind of like how we're staring at you.
And the monkey thing was because I was bitten on the top of the head by a monkey. Well, probably not like bitten, like drawn blood, but it was the 80s, huge hair, lots of hairspray, was at a bar, somebody had a pet monkey.
Shut the fuck up.
Monkeys get pretty possessive, and I leaned in to hug the person, like, hey, good to see you, we're
Yeah.
all drunk and everything, and the monkey freaked out and must have come at me, but got tangled in my hairspray and my mall chick bangs. And
Stop it.
so,
the Aqua Net.
Yeah, so now I've had this like phobia of monkeys. Yeah, I
How
don't
do you
even
just walk into a bar and there's a fucking person just holding a monkey? Like, what?
I don't know. It was the thing. It was Trippers up at Belden. I even remember where it was. So, yeah.
That's hysterical.
So, I don't even remember who the person was that had a monkey, but thank you for
Jealous.
my 40-year phobia.
Yeah.
I want a monkey.
No, absolutely not.
I would not come
You
over
have to
and visit.
Yeah, you have to change its
sorry.
diapers. It just everywhere, all over the place. No, that's why I didn't have children.
And
I'm
they
not dealing
fling
with
poo.
diapers.
They fling poo.
Yeah,
You put a diaper on it. You won't think
they
it's
can
poo.
take that
I was
diaper
gonna
off
say-
just like a small child could and fling its poo at you.
Fling poo.
I will not live here.
Ew.
Bye.
Which means you and the monkey would be moving over to the Red Roof Inn. So, bye-bye. Toodaloo.
No monkeys. No.
Foul.
Even the little organ grinder monkeys. I don't even like those. And this was a little bit bigger than that little thing. I don't even know what it was. Yeah, then that movie Monkey Shine came out. Do you remember that? It was
No.
the guy in the
No.
wheelchair, and they got him a monkey to help him like do his tasks and everything. And
Oh.
it becomes like really super jealous and starts like killing all his girlfriends and stuff. I don't know. So
That's fantastic. That is fucking great. I do want another cat, though. I don't know why.
Well, I have 2 in my bathroom at home, so
Listen, I wanted Floofs.
I know.
I wanted her, and you're like, oh, she's a hood rat. You know, she's staying out.
Yeah, she's kind of she's so feline selective.
I know. You'd have to do like a meet and greet.
Yeah. And then Chester would be good for a very old person. I mean, because he's super laid back. He loves being, getting attention, but he's not an attention hound.
Okay.
Whereas Floofs, you couldn't give her to an older person because she runs in between feet.
Yeah.
And she is like constantly on you. So you couldn't have an older person. But Chester would probably be good for an older person. He's just laid back. He likes to just lay around. He's all black. He's my little black panther in my house. Mm-hmm. My house panther, or whatever people call them.
I want Floofs.
Yeah, Floofs is Maine Coon. So
That's what Sebastian was. He was part Maine Coon. He was an asshole.
She's
Rest in heaven.
small, so I would imagine she's mixed with something. But to look at her, I mean, she's definitely Maine Coon, but she is a love bug.
Yeah.
Except to certain cats. I mean, she gets along with Chester fine; they get along great. But she does not get along with 2 of the other cats, which
Yeah.
is why the 2 of them are living in my bathroom right now, till I can get him a home and her a home. I don't want to put them both back outside. They were outside cats. I don't want to put them both out.
Yeah.
They're too friendly to be outside.
Yeah.
So,
So if anyone's looking for a pussycat,
yes.
hit Megan up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meow.
Please. And if it's not one of the ones that I have, which, I just have those 2 I'm trying to find homes for. But, and for another podcast, we'll talk about all my...
Yes, that's what I want to do.
the
I want you to
animals?
come back so we can do all of the animals and the rescuing stuff that you do.
I get to make jewelry at night, and what I do with the jewelry is when I sell it at these craft shows, or I do have an online store, or I have it in my offices, all of the proceeds go to different rescues around the area to do TNR, the trap, neuter, and return for the community cats. We also help community feeders with food for their colony. I've paid vet bills for people that have one of their colony cats get injured. So again, that goes along with that caregiving kind of thing. So
Right.
Yeah.
And at the end of this, we will not verbal. Well, you can tell them what your sites are and like all your links and stuff, but we'll also have it typed out
okay, well,
so people can have easy access to it.
So yeah, if you want to list all your socials and what your
Yeah.
business is called.
on Facebook, my massage business is called Ivy Gate Massage. There's a street in New Jersey. My mom's family's from New Jersey, and there's a street over there called Ivy Gate Lane.
I always
And-
wondered.
And I loved that. And so I just made it Ivy Gate Massage. And For the Love of Squeak, and that's SQUEEK, that is the jewelry. And all the information, if you're interested in adopting cats, I have all the rescues listed on there and stuff that do that wonderful job. I do have... I think I have Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm getting better
Yeah.
with that stuff.
Yes, you
but I
are.
believe Ivy Gate Massage is on Instagram. I'm trying to post to that a little bit more. And
No TikTok, right?
no TikTok.
Okay.
I have my personal TikTok that I watch cat
Just watch his
videos.
cat videos. Yeah.
And we send them to each other or Instagram videos. Oh, what's the possum's name on Instagram? The possum that you sent me.
Oh, isn't that Polly? I think that's Polly.
Polly the possum. Oh,
Yeah.
makes me want a pet possum. I really want a pet raccoon.
Yeah.
I really want to domesticate Patricia.
Well, I have the raccoons at my house. They come up and because I feed all the cats outside, I have the colony at my house. Mm-hmm. And if I don't pull the food in fast enough, or my cats come, they're stragglers and they're late feeders. The raccoons come out of the sewer in front because I'm in the city. And they come
Not
up
the
and they
sewer.
steal my bowls and they run away with my bowls of food. So I've had to resort. And now our sewer grate is big enough I can get down in there. Okay.
Please don't do this.
Yeah, I try not to do that anymore. But I use
Anymore?
one of those little old people grabbers.
Dude, we got them all throughout
we
the
got
house.
two of 'em.
And I
Yeah,
reach
3.
down there into the
3.
sewer and I can get my bowls back because these jerks take my bowls. So
What
now
is Sam doing while you're trying to crawl into a sewer pipe?
he closes the drapes and pretends I'm not out there. And
Yeah.
just hopes that I make it back.
Yep. And they haven't pulled you into their dungeon.
Yes. Well, I have one that literally, if I go out there, like I went out with a broom and was trying to kind of shoo him away because the cats were still trying to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabbed the food and was running sideways, carrying the bowl. And if he had more fingers, he probably would have flipped me off. But he just looked at me and I was yelling at him. And he just kept running with the bowl, looking
That's
at
fantastic.
me. And so, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
See? You need to accept that Patricia's your daughter.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
She ate the
Not
french
at all.
fries last night.
and one more massage thing that I have to throw out there. Answer to the question everybody wants to know. Isn't your family lucky to have you as a massage therapist? No, I don't massage my family.
Good.
No massage therapist
wouldn't either.
massages their family.
No.
After we've
That'd
done
be
it,
weird.
Well, after we've done it all day, we don't want to come home and do that and have
Right.
your spouse or
Yeah.
whatever go, oh, my arm, oh, my back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, here's a number. Call someone.
Some Tylenol or some ibuprofen.
Right.
Go to Massage Envy.
Exactly. Here's some names
Here's
of
a
people
heating
you
pad.
can call. Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
hysterical.
They are not lucky to have us as massage therapists because we do not work on them.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
don't blame
weird.
you. That would be
That'd be
weird. To like rub your kid down or your man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe your man if it was like sexy time or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But that's that other massage.
Yeah, that's
The midnight massage.
That's the happy ending.
Yep.
All right. Well, we thank you, Megan,
Yes.
for coming on.
Well,
Absolutely.
thanks for having me. It was really fun talking about
sharing
it.
Your massage stories and how you got into it, and even driving me home when I was drunk on my birthday.
I have to
TGI Fridays.
Google the photo of
The
this car.
TGIF. I don't think I have a picture of it.
No,
I would have to look.
No, just Google what the car
Oh,
looks
Google
like. I
look
just
like-
have to really
okay.
put in my mind
I remember it was
what
a
Megan
93.
looked like.
Oh, if you could have seen the inside too. Oh, yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me guess: fast food bags, pop cans.
I cleared a space to sit.
You're
And the-
so fucking.
And the
why?
seat was broken. So I couldn't even move the seat back and forth. So I had to just lean up
No.
and sit straight up, like up by the steering wheel.
Like an old
because-
woman.
Yes. Yes.
Mike,
remember
why
that.
the fuck? How much did you spend on this car?
Can't remember.
Why did you
months ago.
have it? How did you stop in it? Why were there no brakes? I have
there
so
were
many
brakes,
questions.
But you had to go all the way down to the floor.
And you had to be really aware of what was coming up.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to stop fast. You're like, oh, look, a mile down the road, I'm going to be turning right.
Right,
So,
so
you
you gotta
start slowing
Yeah.
at
yeah.
that
Yes.
point.
Slowing down. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm So you can stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. Well, on that note,
everybody, don't forget to follow us on our socials: our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, we have a Twitter now.
Reddit, which I thought was a gossip
I mean, that's the
column.
old Twitter, the X now. It's not Twitter.
I like how you just did X.
Yeah, it's X.
You're like, it's the X now.
X. So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. Yeah, go follow us.
Link, whatever.
And we will also put her socials on this episode as well. So
Yes.
if you forgot what she just said, we will have that listed so you can go follow her or maybe you make an appointment.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Make an appointment.
Yes.
You will not be sorry.
Yes.
Well, thanks, you guys, for having me on.
Absolutely.
Toodaloo, everybody. Until next time.
Toodaloo is my thing.
Oh, I just stole it.
No.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Bye-bye.